Ah, okay, I see the problem. There's part of a nail that got jammed in there. The piston's moving down slowly. Hopefully this helps some of you realize that, hey, it's a really easy repair. G'day folks, it's DIY Guy 123 here, bringing you another do-it-yourself video. Today is kind of a sad day in the shop. I have a broken tool. This is the second broken tool I've had in 2 months. I've gone like 5 years without breaking a tool. I borrowed this tool from a friend. This is a very expensive nailer. These are like $400 to $500. It's called a siding nailer. When it works great, it's perfect. But I've had trouble with the plunger coming down and staying down. I boil it each day, a few drips, maybe 10 drips of oil. I've never like flooded with oil, none of that. I've also oiled this little piston in here that feeds the nails in, and I've run it at the right pressure. Yesterday, I was driving a 2.5 inch nail down, and I think what happened, I'm going over underlayment. So like there's 3/4 inch subfloor and then a 1/4 inch underlayment, and then I'm trying to nail the underlayment down. And I was actually trying to nail it all through to the joist. And I think I came down on the top of a head of a nail that was holding the subfloor, but I couldn't see it from the underlayment because it came down and the gun bounced in a different way. In the past, this plunger has come down and stuck down. And all it would take is just a little, like you could undo the air and all that. You could take a nail and just push it back up and it would go back up. But now you'll see that it's broken. We're gonna talk about how to get this out. Okay, so there are 4 screws to hold this cap on. Takes a hex T-handle. Screws they have a lock washer. They're a little bit difficult to come off. Just take note of the orientation of the rubber bumpers that protect this whole side of the nailer. And now here's the cap. And I'm gonna gently take that and put that off to the side. Whenever you're doing a disassembly project, start with a clean surface. And now we're looking at the top of that piston right there. Yeah, that piston should drive down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put the blocks over this front edge and this back edge, and that'll take care of it. Okay, that will do nicely. You have to have a punch that's smaller than the diameter of the driver. And I don't know, let's see. There we go. Now, if this didn't come out, that's totally okay. You really only need to replace this guy, which apparently is a wear item. They do bend and wear out. Apparently it's normal to replace these. I'm surprised. This drive's driven a couple thousand nails, so like it's virtually brand new. Ah, okay, I see the problem. Just for safekeeping, I'm gonna put this back on here to keep this all clean. It's all about cleanliness, right? See, I don't want debris to fall into that hole. I'm gonna put a little bit of that right there, and where it's up against this plastic housing, I'm gonna be very tender with this. Okay, I think we're ready. Take your time here. There's no need to be using a 5-pound sledgehammer. Now I see this little advancer thing is interfering with the driver. So I'm gonna get a screwdriver to pry this back just a little bit. Oh, looks like there's another nail in there. Okay, there's that. Yeah, okay. So, there's part of a nail that got jammed in there. So, there's the copper wires that hold the nails together. And look, that's been there for a while. That got jammed and stayed there. And then new nails went past it. And that's what's left. And here's the broken piece of the driver. What a nuisance. You know, this gun, like I say, when it works, it's like butter. But man, it has been a problem with silly jam-ups like that. And they've happened. It's not the first time. I'm giving it a good clean wipe down with a clean rag. We'll set that guy right there. And then I'll take the ring off. And I don't know whether there's a proper orientation to the ring or not. But regardless, I'm going to maintain whatever orientation there is. So this surface of the ring will be facing up in the new piston. For the cost of it, I definitely would have replaced this if there was any doubt about its integrity, but it's brand new. So anyway, there's the ring. And before we put the piston back into the bore, I'm going to give this a really nice wipe down. Cleanliness is super important whenever you're talking about surfaces that seal, which this one is expected to. I'm going to oil this quite heavily with air tool oil, not peanut butter or whatever else you might have kicking around. So it's all about getting that ring saturated. Less so about this, but hey, I've got it in my hand, so it's pretty easy to oil that up. Okay, so back it goes, and of course you do have to drive the driver down the center hole. We'll see if that's an easy thing to do or not. Might take a little bit of fooling. Oh yeah, we got her. And then the ring, what? There, just like that. And then, there you go. And now you can see how nice and tight that ring is, and the viscosity of the oil, the piston's moving down slowly. And just because I have it apart, I'm going to give the inside of this an extra few drips. You don't need to flood this area, but, you know, give it a bit extra. Give them all a snug. This is not a wheel nut on a car. You don't need 100 foot-pounds on this. We don't have any spare parts, which is great. This is the old one, and I read somewhere, somebody said, hey, keep your old one because you can use it to push your new one back if you need to, just like that. So anyway, this will go in the case. That part will get thrown out. Let's load this up. And there we go. And there we go. That's what I have my regulator set to. That's the end of this repair. You know, kind of annoyed, brand new tool, and a nail jammed in it, and it self-destructed. On the other hand, you can't have an easier repair than that. I'm fully confident that it's restored to a brand new condition. Hopefully this helps some of you realize that, hey, it's a really easy repair. You can order the parts from your local Bostitch dealer and put it in probably 15 minutes. This is DIY Guy 123 signing off. Good luck with your do-it-yourself projects. If you like my videos, please